Hi, everybody. My name is Luidgi, and something unique about myself, I'm from Haiti, and I used to say that I speak 3 languages, but one of the cohortians mentioned that I should add the languages that we actually learn in the class. And as of today, I am officially announcing that I speak 5 languages, which are Creole, French, English, HTML, and JavaScript. I am a collegiate soccer coach. Soccer has always played a major role in my life. One of my notable achievements was being a member of the Haitian national team. As an athlete, I'd faced several challenges, but none of them were as profound as relocating in the United States in order to complete my bachelor's degree in a new language. My profession requires advanced proficiencies in video editing software in order to break down practices and game film. In a short period of time, I was able to learn HTML and CSS on my own. While I'm breaking out, while I break down the film, I developed an immense passion for web developing, and um, Savvy Coders is my capstone project is an application that provides a registration and recruiting platform for college soccer coaches. To build this application, I use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Mongoose, Express, MongoDB, and Node. I really appreciate your time. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the presentation. And I'll go ahead right now and share my screen so I can show you my application. Uh, okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So as you guys can see in the top left, recruiting is easy. The quick story behind the name, I wanted to choose a name that was very easy, catchy, and a name that resonate with other college coaches. I will be going a little bit in depth later on when I talk about why I create that app and about that in depth when I create that app. Um, I am a quote lover myself, and I when I stumbled when I stumbled on that quote by Kirby Smart, I couldn't help myself but to put it right in the middle of my page. My goal is to outwork everybody in recruiting, sign the best player in the state, and turn them into the best team we can. Kirby Smart is actually a very well-known a football coach. Is the head coach of the University of Georgia. To be able to put this code in the middle of my page, I use HTML and CSS. And let me go ahead quickly and show you the HTML code here on home. There you go. And let me make that a little bit bigger. That's it. That's the HTML, and I use some class selectors, and that's the CSS here. My code is well documented. I just go and tap home. As you can see, take me there, and that's what I use display flex. That's what I use to make that happen. And what I'll do, I'll go ahead and give a quick rundown about my application, and after that, we'll go we'll tab by tab how I was able to come up with the solution. And when a coach come to the homepage, they will be able to click get started. As you can see, I have a hover effect over get started. Everything that you see that I have a hover effect on, you're able to click that button. It's a button. So when the coach, let's say the coach gets started and they go to the sign up page, and the coach will be able to sign up. Let's see, they sign up right now, and I navigate right now to the login page. So the coach will be able to log in, and then they will navigate to the registered player. The coach will be able to register the players, and they'll be able to see the players that are registered in that table, and they will be able to perform search for that specific player through tournaments. Now, the reason why I create this app is because I'm a college coach for the past 8 years, and recruiting is one of the most important part of my job, and it can be very difficult and laborious. And when players are expressing interest in our program, they send email with a lot of tournaments. And right now in my database for 2021, I have over I have over a thousand players. So enough when I'm going to recruit, I have to type the name of the tournament in my inbox, in my email inbox. Then I have to go one by one, select those players and navigate through the tournament schedule so that I can watch them play. So I think that was a big problem for me. Now I think I'm able to resolve that through my application. So I will have to register them once with the tournaments that they will be participating in, and I'll be able to search those players only that are going to that specific tournament. And it's the sign on page right now and login page, they're not functional right now. That's something I think I will be working on in the future, to add the authentication and the authorization for the coaches. Now, after the coach is able to log in, as you guys can see, and it will take them to the registered players. And that's where I'm very proud of my work and my websites. So that's where the website become very dynamic, and I'm so excited about that part, guys. And as you can see, let's say I register myself with my email. Let's say, since my name is Luigi, let's register with a club in Italy, and let's see, AC Milan. And there you go. And let's say they play in Serie A, that's the Italian league name. And I used to be a goalkeeper. And let's say I will be graduating in 2022. And if I click register, and you can see myself here. So let's go back and register more players. I have a 7-month-old daughter that was just born. Let me put her name here and create an email for her. And let's say she played for Napoli in Syria, and she's a forward. I can't see too many goals, so she has to be a forward in order to score more goals for me. And that's her. She's registered right here. And let's say I want to register, my bad. Let's say I want to register another player that who plays in England. Let's say Chris. Let's see, put Chris here. Let's say he played for Manchester City in England. He played in the English Premier League and is a center back. And let's say graduate in 2025. There you go. And the goal of my app is to search players through the tournament. Let's say I want to search um, um, players that are going to participate in the EPL tournament. If I type EPL, there you go. If I type EPL, and you can see it auto-populate Chris Hennessy. And let's say I want to select the players that are going to play in Syria. If I type Syria, see, I think probably I need to, because I'm using my local host. Let me refresh I'll go ahead and refresh my server quick. Okay, just open another one. See here. Okay, perfect. There you go, players. There you go. And let's say Syria. There you go. And you can see it gives me both of the players that are registered on the Syria. And what I was able to do as well, I was able to add some delete button. And if let's say I don't want Chris Hennessy to be on my database anymore because he already committed to another school, I can go ahead and delete Chris Hennessy. Now the edit button right now is not working. That's something that I plan to do and to do. Hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to do that. And my contact page. My contact page right now, I link it with FormSpree, and it's dynamic right now. It's working. Let's say a coach want to contact me about my website, and or even some tips about recruiting. Say hey, Coach Luigi, and if I press send, it will send me the email to my email address. And the way, let's right now, I will go through the codes a little bit, so one by one, so we can see how I managed to come up with the logic of my website. And that's, like I said, I'm really proud of that, because I had to think a lot, a lot of hours thinking about the logic to come up with the function. So right now, those they I just navigate those are pure HTML right now, and the sign up form is right here. uh, Sign up form is right here. There you go. The sign up form is right here. Register. There you go. That's the sign up form, is right here, and I use CSS to design it and to put it right in the middle again. And it's not functional, so I plan to add that in the future. And the way I was able to navigate the sign up form to the login page, it's right here in my notes, in my code. Search. There you go. And as you can see, I create an event listener. Submit, create an event, and I target the element I target the form, the element inside the form. I put them into a variable, and um I and I call the data from the page. I put them inside an object, and I store them inside request data, and I send an Axios Post API to the backend, and then I was able to navigate to log in when I click the button. So that's the way I achieved that. The next page I want to talk about is the player registration page. And again, that's the HTML, which is here with the inputs, and go to my front end. And is there. That's the player registration. For me to able to achieve this, I target the form again and the element inside the form, and store it in a variable input list. And then I call each of the data that each of the by the way, HTML just facilitate the input, facilitate the data entry, and I just put the data inside. I put the values, the full name inside a variable that I created, which is request data. And I again create a Axios.post, because I want to create the players. I want to create the players, and I send that to the backend again, and then I was able to navigate to the players page. And now, the most difficult, I think the most aspect about my website was to find a way to, when I search for the tournament and when I click the search button, to see the result. And it took me so long to achieve this, and through a lot of research and video tutorial, and I was able to break down that what I can do is actually, when you click that, to navigate into another page, and so you can see the filtered players. So in order to achieve this, So that's the search function. I create a search event, and when you click um when you click the search button and you run through the search event, the search the search event, what I did was in the play I create an array in the search page to store the players, the filter players. That's an and when I after I do that, that's I was able to, when you click the search button, and I was able to find that function. um let's see. Okay, after you search it, after you I create the array into the search page, and I filter the players, and like you can see I return the value tournament. Right now I can, if I activate the club, and the club, I can activate the email, the name, I will be able to search players with those as well. Right now I only have tournament because that's the most important for me right now. And yes, so that's basically my application, and I'm very proud of it. And I want to say as well that I'm very humble, and it's I keep on learning new stuff every day, and I'm very dedicated and I'm hungry. I'm a web developer who aspires to continue to grow as a full stack web developer, and I can't wait to be part of a web developer team. Thank you. And if you guys have any questions, that would be appreciated.
Luigi, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Great job. Does anybody have any questions for Luigi?
Congratulations on
I
your
just
daughter,
wanted to say,
Luigi.
oh,
Um,
go ahead.
I was gonna say congratulations on your daughter and good job.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, I was just going to add, good job on the presentation, and think I've been to a few of the demo days, and this is probably one of the more functional websites we've seen. And
Thank you.
a lot of times there's a button that it doesn't lead anywhere. So you had lots of functionality that is working, even if the edit button doesn't.
Yes.
I think we're pretty confident that that's something you'll work out.
Well, I was really happy when I restart the server and actually pick up the data.
That's
Yeah,
great.
good job.
Thank
I don't
you.
have any questions, but just a quick comment. Excellent job. Goes without saying. Um, I think the website is really awesome. I love how you recovered so quickly when the local host was giving you trouble.
Thank
But
you.
yeah, your energy is also amazing. I really liked your intro with the languages thing. Just
Thanks.
pretty cool. But yeah, excellent.
Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead and
Why don't you stop sharing your screen and we will let Oneala present next. Okay, are you ready, Oneala?
Hello, my name is Oneala Bell. I'm a veteran of 8 years. I served in the Navy and the Army National Guard. I got out the military and continued my career in the medical field. I worked in dialysis for over 15 years. It was a passion of mine and I really enjoyed it, but I decided to venture on to something else. A friend went to a different boot camp and talked about coding to me, and he would show me all his projects, everything he was doing, the background, back pages, front pages, and I really got intrigued with it. So I watched some YouTube videos, went back, contacted a bunch of schools, and Savvy Coder seems to be the perfect fit for me. So I would like to show you all my project. I did, my languages are JavaScript, HTML, CSS. And now I can show you my screen. So I did my capstone on dialysis, of course. Um, you can see that I changed the name. I went back and forth with my name, but it's a very work in progress. It's uploaded on Netify, so you can actually go to the website and see it for yourself. I built it to where if you click on inspect, you can see that it can go from I have to move you guys down. Different screens from like if you're on your laptop or if you're on your tablet. And this is how the laptop will, I mean, your tablet would look. I mean, your cell phone would look. And this is how it would look on your tablet. I did a, so as we navigate through, let me close that out. You can see on my home screen, I got a description of what dialysis is. I got my little superheroes, my nurses and my doctors in their capes. You go to my contact screen. You can subscribe to my newsletter. It goes to Freeform. It's supposed to go to my email also, but it seems to not be working. And you just click on here. I can go back. So my thing was actually submitted, my form. So you go here and I did I did dialysis treatments, and these are the different dialysis centers that they can go to and have their treatment. So like if you want to do center or home, it's there. I also did different types of dialysis accesses. So this is like a catheter. And I used a lot of HTML, CSS. I also did a curtain. I made them my dialysis superheroes. So that was basically all of my functions. Everything works properly except for my contact with the Freeform. Everything is up. You can go on Notify and watch it or connect to it. And this is my capstone of what I did. So in the very beginning, I had my nav bar. I changed, like I said, I changed the name. I had an about, but I took it out. But I got my drop down buttons, and so you have a drop down screen. So when you're on the web page, then them are my drop down bars. So you can drop down to go to each one that you want to. And then I have a hover button to where that you can see exactly where you're at. So this was a lot. It's not as hard as some of the other ones, but it was a lot for me. I worked very hard to get this together. I have my curtains. I have an old folder because I want to document and keep a record of everything. So I documented everything and put it in one folder. And then I have my CSS where I designed everything. My butterfly actually did not fit across the screen, so I enlarged it and wrapped it so it can fit. I chose colors to make it pop a little bit so you all can notice it. These are my navigation bars. I had to make sure that everything was aligned correctly and on the page correctly. And this is my media. So when you're want to have it on your tablet or your cell phone, it goes to different font sizes or different screen sizes, excuse me. And I also have a folder where I just documented all the pictures. And I did dialysis because I work in dialysis for over 15 years, like I stated. And I just wanted to make a website that was functional or easy for them to go and look at different things that they can do for their treatment. Um, I also wanted to, I'm going to continue to add on to my website because I wanted to have a section to where they can calculate their weights and see how much fluid they need to take off, and to connect to different dialysis centers and have like a rating form so they can have a much easier time of doing dialysis and a better understanding. And do you all have any questions? Make that quick.
Great job, Oneala. I did have a question about the butterfly wrap. That was a little difficult to do, wasn't it? Move your page down a little bit so people can see what you were talking about.
Right here is this butterfly wrap. It only goes,
We can't
like,
see.
you can't see it?
No, go back to your home page.
Okay.
Did it freeze?
It looks like it froze.
Oh, it froze. That's why we can't see it.
Okay. So
Oh,
this, can
there
you
you
see
go.
this? So as you can see right here, that doesn't go all the way over. So I had to enlarge it and kind of wrap it a little just so I can have a double butterfly. And then I had to put the, like with continuous Reno, how it fits all the way across. But like with my care team, it was very difficult getting this together. And I had difficulties with my API to where for my back end. So that took me a lot of time. And then to realize that it was something really simple. But I worked on that all day today to get that going. And I'm very excited that I was able to send this online to where I can send it to my family and my friends, and they was able to look at it and critique it. And so I'm very, very proud of this.
Well, that's great, Oneala. The one thing we know is that you are dedicated and you won't let anything stop you. That's for sure. Does anybody have any questions for Oneala?
I was just going to say, I love hearing all the personal touches and what your motivation was behind the project. So you did a great job.
Thank you.
I really like the color and just kind of the layout of it and everything else. It was easy to read and easy to follow. So well done on that. I've not seen that color combination out there on a website before. So you did your homework, and it was great results.
Thank you.
And if you can hear me, I agree with Brooke. It's not cluttered, and it came across as being very user-friendly, and that's what I was looking for. So great job.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your service, O'Neill.
Oh, thank you for that.
I guess I would say, yeah, it would look great for all those reasons. And then I would also say it's very relevant because the ailment you're talking through hits 1 in 3 of us, I think, or even closer. So it touches all of us, and it could be very relevant to anybody to have that type of information at their fingertips. So keeping it clean is very important and usable. So it's nice.
Thank you. Okay, Oneala, you are done, and let's move on to Craig. You ready?
Yes, I am ready. Thank you so much. So hello, everybody. My name is Craig Scott. I am a future all-star full stack developer. A little bit about me. I have a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Washington University in St. Louis. I'm a structural engineer, EIT. EIT stands for engineer in training. It's a 6-hour exam, but I like to call it a marathon. It was really difficult. It tested me on everything engineering related. It's kind of considered me in the amateur leagues of structural engineering. I've been practicing for 4 years, and I'll give you a little fun fact about myself. I own 50 pairs of jeans. I don't know, some people collect watches, some people collect china. I don't know, I collect jeans. Don't give me a tough time about it later. Everybody likes to give me a tough time about that. So why coding? Well, because structural engineering isn't fun. I decided that after 4 years, just not for me. I like the challenge aspect of structural engineering, but like structural engineering, developers have challenges as well, daily. Every minute they face a challenge. But the good part about being a developer is that you get to see your results, and you always get those up and down moments. You're always hitting a pinnacle somewhere along the way. Whereas structural engineering, I'm drawing a building on paper, and then I send it out, and I never get to see the building again. So that's not really why I got into structural engineering. I thought I was going to go see these big buildings being built, but it doesn't really work that way all the time. So the other good part about coding is that you're always professionally developing. There's so much to learn, and you can teach yourself too as you go. So different frameworks, different languages, you can just stay sharp, keep yourself satisfied. Finally, I was born in the 80s. I grew up watching technology grow, and I grew with it, so I embrace it. So my capstone project is a meal planning application. It's aimed to keep your life efficient. I got the idea from my wife. Every Saturday, she sighs. She says, I don't know what to make this week for dinner. Do you have any ideas? I don't have any ideas. I don't cook. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. So I decided, why don't we develop a meal planning generator? We pick the days of the week, check them off. We'll have something randomly choose for us. Let's not think about it anymore. And I think that's a good thing because a lot of people now are working from home. They don't want to go out anymore. They're cooking more. So maybe this will benefit a lot more people. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my app. So my app is called Dish It Out, and this is the homepage. And I start off by having a little catch to try to get you interested. Are you the chef in your home? Have you lost all inspiration to plan meals for the week? Well, you're in good hands, because Dish It Out is a free meal planning application. So that's what I did there. And I have a nav bar at the top with hovers that change everything to green, so you know that you can click on these different links. My header is from Google Fonts, and I went ahead and I spruced it up a lot by adding the stroke to it, adding the background. That took a lot more time than I'd like to admit, so that's all I'll say about that. Now I'm going to take you to the heart and soul, or since this is a food planning app, the meat and potatoes of my project. It's called Plan It Out, and it gives you a step-by-step of what we do to make this work. First, we're going to choose the days of the week that we need a recipe. Then we're going to click submit. Then the results are going to roll in, and we can click on them and be taken to the recipe. And if we don't like it, we can re-roll it. So I'll show you how this works. Sunday, I'll cook Sunday, I'll cook Monday. I don't cook Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. How about that? So we have those days checked, and I'm going to click submit. And it's going to give me 4 different things. Perfect. Pasta. I don't want fish 2 times in a week. So Friday, no. So let's uncheck these. These are good. But let's leave Friday checked. And let's click submit again. Stuffed peppers. Well, I already have stuffed peppers. Chili. That'll work. Okay. So I don't know anything about blackened salmon. Let's click this and let's find out. As you see, I just clicked that link. It takes me to a brand new tab. That way we don't lose anything on this page. It doesn't refresh or anything, so we're good. And here we go. We got our blackened salmon right here. Perfect. Nice and easy. Let's go ahead and close out of that. And let's talk about this really quick. I was very careful to pick the background here because there is colorblind. People are colorblind to the color green. So if I change it to a green colorblind, that's what you're going to see. Still plenty of depth just in case you are colorblind. So that's always something good to look for. Okay. So let's take you over to recipes. This is pretty self-explanatory. Just in case you don't want to run the generator and you just want to see what I have, you're more than welcome to come through here and say, oh, wait. Caprese chicken, there we go. Let's click Caprese chicken. Perfect, it takes me right to a website. The recipe is right here. And let me just close right out of that. You can do that for anything on here, it's perfect. We'll go ahead and go to the contact page really quick. Sheena Tilapia. She's gonna comment. She's gonna give me a comment. I don't know, for God's sakes, add some seafood recipes. Okay, click submit. All right, cool. So that just sent a message to me in FormSpree. So if we go to FormSpree and we reload this page, we're going to see there it is. Sheena Tilapia sent me a message. Let's read what it says. For God's sakes, add some seafood recipes. All right. Well, Maybe I don't check my form spree all the time. So let's go check my email. Refresh. Oh, I've got a new submission on my contact form. Let's see who it is. It's Sheena Tilapia. And she says, for God's sakes, add some seafood recipes. So she seems pretty adamant about this. So let's add a seafood recipe just to make her happy. So I'm going to bring my code over and zoom in for everybody. I'm going to copy this. This is my recipes page. This is all HTML right now. And I cheated. Maybe I already looked up a tilapia recipe, and maybe her name's Sheena. I don't know. She must really like tilapia. So I'm going to copy that link, and I'm going to drag this over. Okay, so let's update this link. Perfect. We're not going to have shrimp fajitas. We're going to have Parmesan crusted tilapia. Awesome. So let's check this out. Let's make sure this populated into my website like I want it to. We're going to go up here. We're going to refresh. Parmesan crusted tilapia. Perfect. All right, let's click this link. Let's see if it actually takes us there. There we go. There's Sheena again. Awesome. But we're not done yet because it's not in the generator. So let's add it to the generator. So let's pull that off for a second. And let's go over to my generator. Here it is. I've got this big array full of different links and names of recipes. I've got my random generator here. And then I've got my functions that show, what is checked. And then if it is checked, it'll run inside what is checked here for each day of the week. I got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all those days. So let's go ahead and just copy this. And we'll hit enter, we'll paste it. We know it's going to be Parmesan crusted tilapia. And we know the link. I'll copy it again and put it in here. There we go. So one thing that really was a challenge for me, I figured it out maybe in about 15 minutes, but I would copy links into this and I'd notice they wouldn't work. And that's because they would show up like this when I'd copy them over with a backslash in there. So that would stop it from running. So I'm glad I found that out. Just always those little small pieces that could really derail everything. Okay, so that's in there, but I could run it 1,000 times to see if it would actually pop up, but I won't do that to you all. Just trust me, it's in there. It's now in the generator. So I'll get in and tell you, this is just phase one of probably 4 different phases. I want to keep building this as I go along, as I learn more. A couple different things I want to do is I want to add more user interface to this, more user input. I don't know, maybe you have like a allergy to peanuts, so you want to filter out anything that has peanuts, or maybe you have chicken in the freezer that you bought from Sam's Club, or if you're a Costco person, maybe you have it from Costco and you want to use chicken. So then you say, I want to use chicken, or you have a drop-down menu that says, I don't want anything with wheat. And then you can do that. And then I think the next phase that is probably the most important part would be to print and or share your results. Otherwise, you got to go and save all your hyperlinks up to like a notepad. And then finally, the next phase, since this won't take too long, this needs to get sorted out into a better fashion. So chicken dishes, beef dishes, seafood, recipes that take 15 minutes. And that's it. That's my app. So thank you all so much. I appreciate your time. I'm going to pass it back over to Lori.
Great job. That whole subject is near and dear to my heart, right? Because I'm that planner that, I might need to get some of those recipes from you. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Craig?
I have a question. This is Derek. Craig, super fantastic job. You sparked my interest, and I appreciate you wearing that Cleveland Cleveland's Browns jersey. It appeared that way. But my question is this: what about non-traditional meals? How would you, if possible, add that to the generator? Like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like vegetarian, is that what you're kind of
Yes,
getting
sir.
at?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. So that would be part of that user input. And that's definitely something I want to do because there's so many people that are gluten-free, vegetarian. So yeah, definitely I'll figure out a way to start getting that filtering.
Yeah, Craig, I was just going to say, good job. Again, I think you hit a subject that's near and dear to most of our hearts as we've been home more and not able to go out. A couple just that came to my mind as you were going through that, to generate a shopping list from the recipes that you've chosen. And I think you kind of hit on it there when you said, what if I have chicken? So you can generate from a kind of whatever you have in the freezer, but and maybe recipes that build on each other. I know it's been a long time, but when my kids were little, we might make tacos. So I would brown hamburger and I might brown several pounds and I would make tacos one night, but then my hamburger would be ground for, spaghetti sauce the next night or whatever. So kind of recipes that can build on each other. So you spend less time in the kitchen, less time planning and generate your shopping list. And then as a moneymaker, you may be able to tie in with grocery stores and coupons so that they actually pay you, with links to their website and home delivery, and the possibilities are endless. You've hit on a hot topic, I think.
You're on my level.
Yeah, I love the colors and the aesthetic of the website. I'm a nerd for fonts, so I really appreciated the custom fonts that were added to it. It's very good for like an end user to see that things that are nice and pretty are attractive to me, and I'll use the website. But yeah, I really love the idea of having the recipes and such, especially during COVID. Like Trey, he's one of your TAs, also my fiance, so we run out of ideas all the time. So great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, Craig, I need this in my life like yesterday. This was great. I loved it. Your honesty in the beginning of the presentation was also great. You can really tell that you have a passion for this and you really want to get your feet wet. So very excited for you. You have a long career ahead. I'm excited. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, seeing you make a live update to the site, adding an additional recipe was great. Very informative. Good job.
Thanks, Mary.
Yeah, you can tell that you really thought this through and added, more pieces, like having it go to the recipe, I think is awesome. Like I would definitely use this. Like I think everybody said already, we need this in our lives. So yeah, you really thought it through. Your presentation was very professional and great. So good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I made it for my wife, so I had to keep her in mind. She's a stickler for details. So I had to make sure that it was user-friendly and everything.
One last kudos. I appreciate you adding that, the colors for color blindness to where it still looks really good. More common than we think.
Okay. Lots of great comments there. All right. Well, let's move on to Kisha. Kisha, are you ready to present?
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Kisha Martin. I was born and raised here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm currently a savvy coder student aspiring to be a full stack developer. I've worked in the hospitality industry for 20 years now. Here is some of the wonderful places I've worked where I've gained valuable critical thinking skills throughout my career. But when COVID hit, I decided it was time to make a career change. And through a local recruiter, job recruiting agency, I was able to find savvy coders. And so I went to a preview night and found out that coding was for me. So here I am. So my project is called Checks and Balances. My mother is the inspiration behind my project. And earlier you guys were talking about places you've traveled. In 2019, I took her to Paris and to England for her birthday, her 70th birthday. So that was a big deal for us. So I wanted to do my project to give something back to her. And so currently she does her checks, credits and debits through the check registry that you get from the bank. And that's what you see there in the picture, just to kind of give you an idea of where I'm going with my project. Here are the wireframes for my project. Starts out with the login screen, and then you can add accounts to, after you set up your login, your username and password, then you can add accounts to the site, and beginning balance for each one of those accounts for the various banks that you have. The next phase of my project is to be able to add the transactions page where you can do credits and debits as well for each individual bank account. Here's just a little preview of what you're about to see as we go through my website, the home login screen, the add new users page, and accounts home, and add new accounts. Okay, so here is the home page for checks and balances. Again, this is supposed to cater towards my mother, who is not very technologically savvy. So this page is very simplistic, very few buttons on here. The first thing you'll see is a spot here to go ahead and sign up, new users to sign up. And so you'll come here, and this is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to sign up Carrie Smith, and just make her name C Smith, and her password is hello. Don't tell Carrie I told you that. And then I'm going to use my email address here. You hit submit, and it'll take you back to the home page again. And at this point, you'll need to sign in. It's Carrie. So the initial login screen will just have the word add new accounts. And so you can just add a new account. Again, very simplistic. The name of the bank is what you're going to want to put here, and what your beginning balance is for that particular account. So say $100, and you hit create, and your new account has been added. It'll take you back to your account screen again, where you will have a list of all your various accounts. You have the option of deleting accounts that you no longer have, or editing that initial balance on that account. And so you can change the account. And again, like I said, the next phase of my project, you'll be able to click these different accounts, and it'll take you a transaction screen where you can put in, I went to Walmart and I spent X number of dollars, or I got my paycheck and I've added this much money to my account. So just want to talk briefly about some of the code I used here. So on sign up, I used a combination of JavaScript and HTML to build the sign up form. You see there where you put your first name, your phone number, and all that information, and create your username. All of this stuff is pushed back to the database in using MongoDB, as well as Mongoose. And then also accounts, the different accounts as well are using Mongoose and MongoDB to push back to the database, so that whenever the user logs in, they can continue to access their account. One of the biggest issues I had was the initial login screen. Just getting through that portion took me quite a bit of time, but I persevered and got through it. And I'm very proud of the finished product that I have here. Again, the future tasks that I have, like I mentioned before, was the transactions page. I also want to make it viewable through all the different viewports, kind of like Oneala's project, where she can view everything through all the different viewports. Because my mother has a iPad, a laptop, and a cell phone. So I want her to be able to look at her account through all the different screens. And the other piece is a two-step authentication. Something I also, I feel like when you're dealing with banking accounts and such, you need to make sure it's very secure. So that's something else I'd like to add in future versions of this project. And that's it. Any questions?
Great job. I like the fact that it was like, it's simple and it's clear, you know, for your mom.
I may be exposing my age here, but I truly don't balance my checkbook. So this is something that I could definitely take advantage of. So you did a great job.
Thank you.
I'm a lot older than you, Anna, and I don't balance my checkbook either.
Perfect. I've always learned it's something you're supposed to do, but I don't know. I just really haven't ever done it. So appreciate that.
We were riding around in the car today and she was doing it in the car today. She was making sure she had everything written down. It's very important to her that she has every single thing written down.
Some people are like that. A lot of people are.
Yeah, more responsible than me, that's for sure. I do think it'll be good. This would be a great tool for her, especially on a mobile device. And instead of trying to squiggle in the car with a pen, she'll just be able to, type things in real quick, which I think is really efficient. So great job with that.
I agree. It was a wonderful job. Nice and simple. I think late, especially for who you're targeting, it was really, really good.
Okay, well, thank you, Kisha. Now we will move on to last but never least, Hoan Bowie. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Hoan Bowie, and I'm currently working in a company called Skynet. Currently, we're using an application developed by a firm using Google Cloud Platform AI image recognition services. We upload 600 images for each cell phone tower for quality control purposes and safety. It was an enormous project and very expensive. So therefore, I decided to invest my time in Savvy Coder to learn how to code and create our own similar application. Our industry is deployed in a high-tech cellular communication system, but our field workforce, is still operating on the manual processes because I haven't found any application that solve our field service need. The capstone I'm creating will save time, money within our company processes. It's the web application to track tasks, reporting, provide specification information of each cell tower and project tasks. Okay. Both the project manager and field technician will collaborate on data collection along with simplify reporting process to avoid redundancy. By creating this application for myself, I'm saving the company a lot of money. The technology I will use to develop this application are HTML, CSS, JavaScript on the front end. As for the back end, I use Node.js, Express, and MongoDB for the database. So let me navigate over here and show you my projects. So I use Trello to do all the project planning, and this is what I completed for my projects. All the user stories and the font selection and the icon and everything. Okay. So this would be my projects right here. The homepage and it's called ProSite. ProSite is an application for project manager and field technician to log in to collaborate the data. And I will navigate you first to, since I don't have an account, so I'll just register. I'll put my name, my email, and the password, and I'll confirm the password. Let me type in the password. Password I don't know, and I'll confirm with that. I don't know, and I'll add, a few extra password just to see if the codes work, if the password match. So what it does is that it'll alert me that password do not match. Okay. So if I enter the correct password and I submit, it said account created successfully. So in here, in the user account, there's only one record on the MongoDB Atlas, which is the cloud, and it only have one record of the user. So when I submit it, when I click submit it, it actually goes straight to the project list view. And if you can see, I refresh it again, I can see 2 records, which is 2 user register in the database. Right? Because in a while ago, it's only had 1, but now it has a second one. I don't know if anybody can see my screen, but, and so this screen right here is a project list, meaning it has all the project for the project manager to view and select. And a creative function where on CSS to have it hover. And also the second function is to list all the to show all the project lists. Okay, to get all the project on the list view. Okay, so that's what it does right here. And so, for example, let's create a new projects. So I right click right here to create new projects, and I can just enter some dummy data. Okay. And the Latin long, which is the coordinate for that position. And I'll just say this is rooftops. Okay, I'll just copy some data on here. And the project name customer will be T-Mobile. Okay, and the status. So I'll select the new, since I don't know the planning date yet for the start and complete. And I'll just create new projects. And it should create it. Let me check. Let me see. Something wrong with my application, but I can show you my local host. That way we can get this. So I can go into the project and it will go into navigate to this project record and the project details. This is the project detail. So if I want to go to the project task, the project manager can add a task. Okay, let's say, for example, I go to project task and I add a new task and my tasks showed up and I can add more tasks. And then the project manager can actually mark it complete. And this is used in CSS to strike out. Okay. And the button, if I want to delete the task, I can click here and the task deletes successfully back in the database. Okay. And the project option. So new, meaning that I can create new projects. Okay. But for this, presentation, I'll edit the projects. And if I want to change a different date, and let's say, site name St. Louis, and I'll put it in March. Now update it. The project updates successfully. As you can see, it changes St. Louis and March 19. Okay. Also, I can create a new record, new projects, and I can enter any data. And just confirm all the data is here. So okay, and the project should create. And then the project details has all the information. I think I have to log in again. Okay, I'm on the wrong screen, sorry. And when I select this project, I create it where on the developer tools, whatever I create a store to set the items in there, and it record the record of that project on the database. So that way, when I can go back to the project detail, it will recall it back. Okay. And so at this point right now, I still have a lot of backlog I need to complete, features and, user story and security. And my next step is, to research and learn more on the React framework and to, add more map UI and calendar UI. So this is all I have to present for tonight. And anybody have any question, please let me know.
Great job. I do love a good task list. I love to be able to cross things off my task list. So to be able to do that digitally would be wonderful. It's a great visual.
Thank you.
Yeah, Juan, I'd like to ask you a question. I want to compliment you on your backend. That was great. I was really impressed with your database. That was awesome. I saw on your Trello board that you have backlog for field tech and project managers. So do you plan on developing this for like a mobile, like tablets so you can use them in the field, or do you guys use more laptops in the field and then project managers in the office?
Yeah, the project manager will be using the web application and the field will be using mobile. Yes, and I'm planning to learn React Native to develop the mobile application. Okay.
I just want to say good job on the presentation, and I think it's very ambitious. We don't see too many times somebody taking on something that could be used in a commercial application. It can be more for individual users. So big task, big ambition. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to agree with Michael on that as well. And your intro really caught my attention. You clearly defined your objectives and then you went straight into it very smoothly. So, I mean, I definitely appreciated that. So I do have a question. So in a perfect world, would the project manager be assigning these tasks to the people out in the field? And then would the people out in the field just go ahead and get those completed? Or is that kind of what you were thinking?
Yes, so the project manager will assign a task to the user, and then the user will automatically log in, get a notification, and then he will click in on the mobile app, and they'll tell you what their project is and what their tasks.
Got it. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Good job.
Thank you very much. And if anybody have any question, I have a request for all the interviewers tonight. Kindly if you can drop your email or LinkedIn, that way all of our cohort can reach out to you after the class, and we really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes, I will always send out the email addresses for everybody that attended, so you all can make connections for life, for sure.
Thank you.
Sure, no problem. Well, I want to thank everyone again for coming, for devoting your time. The students really appreciate any and all feedback. So I think this is a great group, and I think that they did an outstanding job. So I'm happy. And I'll probably just go ahead and send the recording out to everyone anyway tomorrow for everybody that attended, even though we post it to our Savvy YouTube channel, but I want everybody to be able to have that too, in case they want to share it with someone else. So if anybody needs any great junior level talent, don't hesitate to reach out to me or reach out to any of the soon to be graduates themselves. Okay. It's great to see all of you. It's a little bit of a different audience this time. Some that come every time and some new faces. So it was great. Thank you so much. And we are done.
Thanks so much for having us.
Everyone.
Great
Thank you,
job.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Great job, everyone.
Oh, thanks, Kelly. I know it was. It was really good. You guys did an outstanding job, everybody. And I know I say this every single time, but it holds true. From the first night we practiced, which you guys were really good, to now, I mean, it develops and it works and it just gets better and better and better. Stephanie, you got anything?
No, I was blown away with how awesome everything looked. So you guys did a fantastic job. So be very proud of yourselves.
Matt?
I'm just impressed with what everybody got done. This is the first time I've seen your guys' work all put together. So I've only seen chunks of it. So good job. And I wish you the best of luck.
Trey, did you want to chime in?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm proud of you guys. You guys have grown since coming into Savvy, and just always feel free to.
Are you crying, Trey?
I know. I wanted to say the same thing.
Man, you guys have hatched to ducklings. But feel free to reach out to me if you guys need support in the future. Like Savvy's always there to help out, even if you're not students anymore. Like even through your whole career, we're mentors. We'll help you on whatever you need.
You're always a savvy coder. Don't even claim you're not.
Yep. for sure.
True words. True words. All right, I'm going to get to work on this list of attendees so that you can start to send your thank yous and link in with them. You can do that tonight if you want, or first thing in the morning, okay? Great jobs, everybody. Like, have a sigh of relief. Are you glad that it's over? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Go enjoy the rest of the evening and look for my email. Okay.
Glass of wine.
There you go.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Guys.
Good night.